others out there who are itching for more than the everyday grind. Here's your host, JP Adkins.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Creative Nomad Show. I am honored and privileged and really just freaking pumped that for our guest today, it is the fabulous Mr. Michael Fabber. Now, Mike and I have met about 5 years ago or so when I was still working with Quantum Impact Coaching, and he was friends with them, and so we kind of just started kind of knowing each other. It was kind of weird, and I've seen the heart and the passion and the love that he has and the community that he's built to the point where I was like, I need to be in this community. Then, and on top of it, he kept telling me I can't be in the community. So I'm just joking. We were one of the fun. He reminds me why I don't speak only in text. I have to double check myself. But he is just a fantastic person. The foundation, the love that he has for his people. We're a couple minutes late because he was on a call. Because he is on a call, and I know that he has a call right after this. So I want to make sure that he gets time to actually talk, because I could gush about him this whole time. But Mike, introduce yourself to the lovely people. Tell them who you really are.
I feel like you did a better job than me. Yeah, that's skill when you can introduce someone better than they can introduce themselves. Michael Fabber, person that did everything wrong but still here. So that means anybody can do it. So that's who I am.
Yeah, Mike, your story is fascinating because see, this is what happens when I actually know these people. Mike is, you guys, I am part of the UnleashU crew. I am definitely there, and the reason why is because of the community that you built and you built that from the very beginning. You had amazing people around you that just were there. And I know that you did like 10 things before you ended up in the coaching space. So, tell people a little bit about your journey.
Brother, I think you're spot on about the community is the best part, without a doubt, 100%. Right? They make me better. You guys make me better. You made us better. So I appreciate you being part of the blue and green. Dude, to get here, like the story was, every weird way and wrong way was found the right way. I was a mess up. Literally, I messed up being born. I was like born deaf. I didn't get the ability to hear until I was like 3. Didn't be able to talk until I was 5. That's why I don't shut up now. I'm going to try really good in this convo not to just talk the whole time. But from like 12 years old on, I was getting in trouble, and I was really in law and court and jail and all the good stuff. And then at 20 years old, I had a hell of a week. I beat a court case where I was facing 20 plus years. I got shot at and found out I was going to be a dad. And it was like, all right, I got to do something. All right. And it meant run to Delaware. That's what it meant, because who the hell gets in trouble in Delaware, right? And who gets found in Delaware? I felt like it was a fall-proof plan, because Delaware, who messes with Delaware? Nobody. Most people don't know where it is or that it's its own state, right? So I've been here ever since. Opened up multiple businesses and things of that nature, but really, I never worked through anything. I didn't work through any of the hurt. I didn't work through any of the pain. I didn't work through any of the wounds, right? I didn't let anything heal. And I thought that was okay because I just avoid it, right? And then 2011, one of my best friends died. Throughout that time, numerous different people. I went through numerous different situations like that, but 2011 was like the last straw. One of my boys died, and it kind of like shattered my reality. And I didn't know who the hell I was, and I was like, became a suicidal maniac. I ended up on the beach with a gun in my mouth. Gun didn't go off. Spoiler alert. Clearly, I'm still here. Then I like hitchhiked across America a little bit, and then finally realized I did nothing before that was to be remembered of impact or helping people or serving people, or everything was dollar bills and bottom lines and material crap. And I did really good at that. Unfortunately, it doesn't do anything really for your soul, right? And that's what I lost. So since 2011, man, that's when CMF was formed. CMF later became UnleashU Now. And it's all about, man, building the badass community of people that want to impact the world and leave it a better place than they found it. And, of course, live the life to desire while doing it.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that I believe it as men, we're really told that we, put some dirt on it and walk it off.
Damn right.
And when you deal with some of the emotional things that we've had to deal with, you don't get the tools to really do that. And what I admire you for is that you actually found the tools and seek them out.
Late's better than never, brother.
Hey, it's a testament to who you really are, because everything I know. So I know some of the people that are around you too. So one of the great things is that his crew has stayed with him. Like they've all kind of moved into this space and kind of moved into and are supporting and doing all kinds of things. So and they're men's men. They're sports guys. They're smoking cigars and growing beards, right? Mine, I'm working on mine. But in that environment, I know that it's not always the easiest when you have to go through some emotional shit and actually go through that. What was it like, and I do know that the people around you are super supportive, but were they always that supportive when you started really starting doing the healing part of that? Did they kind of come with you, or was it more at first like, look at this pussy?
Right. I would say a little bit of both, but one, you're spot on, where we're not taught we're hurt. Like we're confused. We're taught hurt is anger. Mm-hmm. Right. So then we're just angry all the damn time. We don't know why. Right. Like it's because all this shit happened. Right. And you become like a victim to your circumstances. Right. And that was me for a long, long time. And no, what you see now, it's like you see some people that came for the long run and down this journey with me, but there's dozens that didn't. Mm-hmm. Right. There's dozens of people that didn't understand, that didn't get it, that didn't want to change, that didn't want that life, right? Like they didn't want to do this. They're like, what are you talking about? Impacting people, like helping people, like what? Like go after yourself. All right. So it wasn't everyone, it wasn't instant. Also people, and to write, had to check and make sure that I was really committed and serious about what I was saying. Yeah. Right. That it wasn't like Michael lost his mind and now he's talking about this, gibberish shit. Right. So it was that I was real about it too. Right. So it was some that there's some people that have supported me through everything that I don't understand why they have. Right. And then some people had to see I was real about it too. And then they came in, and then some people will never, and it's not their journey.
Right. It's interesting when you look at the people that come in and out and move through their lives, and I'll never forget, I had big family emergency. I moved to West Palm Beach, Florida for a little bit, and I had this big, huge family emergency, and I was taking a bus from Lantana in the West Palm, and it was like, it wasn't that far, but it was just far enough not to walk, right? And especially in Florida, South Florida. No, it's not happening. And at the bus stop, there was this woman and her daughter, and I'm a friggin' mess. Like my whole family imploded. We had some really big family issues, and she was just the sweetest, nicest, most wonderful person. I don't know who she is. I don't know who she was. I'd never seen her again. But that moment was so important. And you are one of those people for me. You've been a guidepost person for me. And I know that you have been for so many. What is it like to really know the impact that and see that impact on a daily with people like telling you how awesome you are?
That's amazing. I wish that was my daily routine of people telling me how awesome I am. It's a hell of a roller coaster, man. Sometimes you're crushing it, and sometimes you're getting crushed. right? And I think that I think we have to remember, if you hit 1 out of 3 hits in baseball, if you have 3 at bats, if you get 1 hit out of 3, you're the best that ever did it.
Yeah.
Right. And I think in this space in life, right, like everything's not going to go our way. Everything's not going to work. Right. And I love and appreciate the ones that will go through the process of finding the things that work for them without losing hope or belief. Right. Those are the ones that make any of this possible. Right. Like you could have jumped in and been like, day 2, this didn't work. No. Right. You could have. And there's been people that have. And it's like that kills it. Right. Like that brings us way down, because then them saying that no one knows that they tried for 1 hour of one day ever in their life to do this thing and it didn't work. And all they're saying is it didn't work. Right. So then everyone they're talking to is like, oh, that doesn't work. Right. And it's like, oh, here we go. Like now I have to beat this. Right. Next thing. So when you talk about those people that, you know, that sing praise, that's cool. Don't get me wrong. I'm not really good with accepting compliments. So when people are like, you're great, I'm like, oh, right. Like, anyway.
By the way, this is one of the reasons why I'm doing it so much, because I know it
Right.
drives him absolutely crazy and he's cringing the whole time.
Right. It does. The thing that I love about it though, is that they put it in to get that result. Like they did the work, they took the time, and they got the thing from it. Whatever they say to me after that, fine. But that's the key part. That's what we all need for this to go smooth.
Yeah. I mean, I think that one of the things with working with you, and I don't mean this to be like a big, huge UnleashU ad, because I could.
Do it.
because I could. I was at Movement Maker Live. I'll just tell the story. I was at Movement Maker Live in 2021, 2022. What year was that? I don't know. The last
2022.
Yeah, 22. The most phenomenal event I've ever went to that I wasn't ready for. So I go in and I was worried about what to wear, which, if you know, once you get to know these guys, that was like the stupidest thing in the world. Like, what the hell? I'm wearing pajamas all weekend.
Accepted.
Right. But I was worried about what to wear. I was in a very low point. I just went through like 2 big tragedies in my whole thing. I was watching my whole idea of what I was doing, kind of fall apart. And then Mike's like, "Hey, you're down the street. Come here." what are you doing? Like, you're right here. Get your ass up here. And so I go into I do the Movement Maker Live event, and I remember I sat down at, they have this awesome DJ. It was really fantastic. It's a networking a time to network and kind of party and relax and have a good time and everything. And I walk in, and I like to dance, guys. Like, hello. And I go in there, and I felt so absolutely like ridiculous. And I'm like, okay, I gotta go. And I end up leaving this really cool event. But I know. So what was really important about that is that Mike made sure that the next day he saw me leave. Okay, and he came up and made sure that he was like, "Hey, I saw you left. I didn't see you come back in last night. Did you have a good time last night?" And, and double checked on me. He, in every interaction I've had with this man, he has spoken life into whatever it was that we were talking about. Before I was there, before I've been in the mastermind, it was 2 years between Movement Maker Live and me actually joining the mastermind. And he's kept up and checked on me and said, hey, and looked at stuff I was posting and was like, dude, that's not working. That's not working. That's not working. here, do this. Try this. Tweak this. Try this. Just try it. Don't
Try this.
Try this. And making sure that, and he does that for hundreds of people. Hundreds. And his commitment to the Unleash itself is second to none. Just second to none. I don't think you go a day without having a logo.
Walking billboard, brother.
Right. By the way, I have mine on today. You
Let's
just can't
go.
see. I know. What is your biggest challenge right now? I mean, he's done all the work, so I'm not putting any, like I've been saying, he's been doing all this work. This is not an overnight success. Obviously, you've been through all kinds of things to get here, but what is the biggest challenge you have right now?
Myself, right? Way early answer, I would say myself. And I put a lot of expectations on myself, right? I have a high standard for me, especially when it comes to what we do, like our events, our business, like our movement, what we're about. So we have our biggest event ever. Oh, not ever, but since COVID, the New World, the biggest event since the New World, coming up in just over 2 months.
Yeah.
So I am regularly no longer checking flow of the event, like trying to set up, make sure the speakers are in good order, that it can flow, making sure my presentations are on point, making sure step by step of the event gets people to be able to have those breakthroughs and that transformation in which they're coming for, and the ones they don't even know they're coming for, right? So they don't worry about what they wear in the room with us. Right. Now that you know us, right? Like, this is hilarious that you would ever worry about that.
The funny thing is, I wore my clothes. I wore clothes that I actually designed. And I was
nice.
yeah. And I was like, okay, but they're not business attire. Right. You know, I don't wear business.
They're you attire.
You're right. I live in an RV. I don't have. I
you
do have.
You don't want to have it,
right? There's some somewhere, and I think I pulled it out once because I was like, okay, I need to, like, in order for it to be in this RV, I had to wear it. You know.
Hell yeah.
But
so it's like, how do you create that space, right? And I focus a lot on making sure that space is created where someone come in. Also, I will never forget this. First time I got on stage at the Movement Maker Live 2022. I saw you had a flat brim hat on. Mm-hmm. I was like, dude, where's my hats? Right. Cause I claimed them. Right. Piggy Blinders literally copied me.
Yeah. I got it.
So I was like, oh shit, what's up, dude? And it's really hard for me while on stage not to be like, oh, what up, man? Like, because when you see someone, you're like, oh my God. Which is hard for me because, I want to say hi.
Oh yeah.
So I think that my biggest challenge is, like, one, making sure that is it, and two, like, trusting that it's going to, where I don't have to do it every 4 seconds of every day till then.
Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine. Movement Maker Live, like I said,
drugs on earth.
So one of the cool things is that when we, one of the great things about the UnleashU crowd is that they show up.
They do show up. Like, he's mad at me. Clearly, I have to make a phone call for this.
Right. Gotta love it. So you curate, when it comes to community, you curated a fantastic community. And like I said, the best part about the UnleashU crew is the UnleashU crew.
Oh,
right? Yeah. Mike is amazing. Don't get me wrong. He's great. He speaks love. He's wonderful. I've had better coaching calls with
love.
He speaks love. He speaks truth. I've had better coaching calls with other people on the team.
Facts.
And Margaret keeps it all together. So
yeah.
we know that I sent the email. I made sure that Margaret knew that I sent the email to make sure he was on this call.
Nice.
So just, the things that we do.
I'm glad.
Mike is, Mike is amazing. Don't get me wrong. And I've got
Mike is Mike.
Mike is Mike.
Mike
But
is Mike.
But Bobby Jones, Mr. Bobby Jones and I, we've had
Mr. Bobby J.
We just did another event that was amazing.
Ultimate Sales Challenge. Yep.
Ultimate Sales Challenge.
USC.
And Bobby was just like spinning fire the whole time. And Spencer over
That's
there.
his shit.
I did his event not too long ago. He had a what was it? Was it? I don't remember. I did an event with Spencer recently.
Yeah, the virtual
event.
Yeah.
And that literally got me to the point where I the next day I woke up and like went back to my normal routine because I had fallen off some stuff.
All right.
So the people in this community are fire.
Crazy.
What is your secret for cultivating such a great community?
Staying out of the way. Right. Literally just like let people be them and get out of the way. Dude, I'm also like, this sounds bad, but we're selective. Like, I don't want everyone in this. I'm not trying to break records, right? Like, I know there's people out there that'll tell you their number, they'll tell you how many different countries, and that's cool. Like, I am not hating on that at all, right? But that's not my style, right? Like, that's not this is not an ego thing, right? Like, this is not a follow me thing, right? I'm blessed that the people, I always say, like, our mastermind is so crazy because it's like the leaders of leaders are in this thing, right? And it's like, and for me, it's stay in my lane, right? Stay in my lane, speak my speak, right? Like, don't try to speak anyone else's speak. Like, I'm not going to try to tell you what Javier knows. I'm just going to tell you, you should talk to Javier, right? Like, that's what and I love passing people to our people that I know can actually help them because one, it takes a lot of pressure off me, right? And two, right, it also highlights our people for what they do. I think our community is amazing because one, a lot of people step into their area of genius and like what they do and who they are. Like Mark Humble in the house, Javier's in the house, Judy's in the house.
I know. It's like, like I said, we show up.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, I had an amazing conversation with Javi. Javi and I, speaking of coaching calls that have been better, like, no, I'm kidding.
Yeah, 100%. No, Javi's one of the best dudes out there. So I 100%
Javi is probably one of the best people in the internet marketing space.
First,
like, really.
If you say that, if you're like, Margaret's better than you because she was more organized, that's 100% accurate. That's not trash talk. Like Spencer about getting on energy level and getting on your routine to be the best you, like the best version of you to show up as the best you, like 100% yes. When you're like Bobby Jones in sales, I'm like, yeah, 100% talk to him, right? Like, it's Javier when it comes to like websites and full marketing plans and ads, I'm like 100% talk to him, right? Like Mary Wood, when you talk about like coloring and like how to find peace through yourself and right, like internal, I'm like, yeah, talk to Mary, right? Like, everyone has their thing, and like we really all stay away from that person's thing and also celebrate that they have it.
Yeah,
because that makes all of our lives easier and better.
Exactly, and better. And like I said, your community, the community that you cultivated, our community. I am part of that community. Thanks.
Yeah, right.
Finally.
Thank you.
No, it only took me 4 months, but it's all good.
You have a hard time saying yes, bro. I don't know why.
I know. I have a hard time saying yes. I will take full responsibility for not saying, hey, you have not sent me a link to pay you.
Me in. Yeah. Put me in the damn group, man.
Because and the results are, I just did a workshop last week. I had triple the enrollment that I had in the last two. The things I'm doing, everything that I get to talk about is because I've gotten clear and gotten concise and got to work with some of the amazing people that are in this group and in this, and especially with Mike. My next chapter is literally fence post. Like, I was going this way and I'm going this way because I got to talk to Mike Fabber a week ago. Okay. So I'm just honored and thrilled, and I'm so glad that you're here. I know that you have to call Bobby or he's gonna beat my ass, and he can't. So
Like, dude is on like World Star or some shit for hitting somebody, I think.
You know, he's
You're gonna love that I said that.
We're I will probably. It's looking like I'm gonna be in Delaware faster. I will probably see you before Movement Maker at this point.
Let's go.
I might be in Delaware because
then you're gonna see Bobby
and Bobby,
Spencer, Father Gill. You got so many of the crew here.
I know.
Javi.
You know, if I was, I should be looking for property there.
Do you like food? Are you like a foodie?
Do you like food? Yeah, food's good.
All right. Like, do you like good food and like trying different things? Like, do you like? Are you like, man, this shit's good?
Yeah.
Good. We got some spots we got to take you to around here. This is a great spot for restaurants.
Awesome.
It's a great foodie spot.
I'm so happy. Judy, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, family, for being here with us today.
Let's go.
Let's go. I can't wait to see you all at Movement Maker if I don't see you before then. Mike, literally, it's an honor to have you on the show.
Man, this was fast.
Yeah, I know. Wasn't it?
Jesus. I feel like we just started.
You're absolutely amazing. And
thank you, brother. I'm trying to be like you.
You know, everyone tries, but no one can be.
Facts. Allegra's in the house. Mandy's in the house. What's up?
Alero's here. Yeah, no, I'm kidding.
That
was perfect. Like, even still, I have that's the first thing that pops in my head. So that's awesome. I'm
holding it together.
Another one that's gonna beat my ass when she sees me soon.
Facts.
That can.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
100%. Mike, tell people how to get in touch with you.
You can find me on Michael Fabber pretty much on everything. It is my name. Sometimes I'm the coach, Mike Fabber. UnleashU Now, you can get a hold of us. Any of our people that you saw here, you can ask Jeff. He can get you a hold of me. I'm really good at responding. Which means I take my time.
He's selective about how he spends his time.
There's a text message. There was a meme that was like, when you text me in 96 hours, I respond. Like 96 hours later, I respond like nothing happened. I'm horrible with messaging, dude.
Well, that's because you have.
But I'm also great at messaging. It's real weird.
Because you have 50 million of them. I message you at least once a day. So, and if everyone on the leash message you once a day, you're in trouble already.
Right.
I got it.
Right. God, thank you, Jeff. I need to just have you around me more so you could give me all the excuses.
I got them for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's better when I don't say them. If I say them, I'm just making an excuse. You say them, it's truth. It's law.
He is great at his responses being purposeful and making sure that they
at times
always they might have a purpose. The purpose might be to slap you outside the head, or he might post something an hour after you post something that was in response to something you posted, and you look and you're like, all right, I got it. I'll still like it.
I've never done that.
No, never. And I don't even remember what it was, but it was kind of funny because it was literally an hour later. I posted something. You posted like not necessarily anything against it. It was just like in the same thing, and I was like, yeah, he's responding. Okay, let's talk.
All right, listen. Spencer Jones and Javier can tell you, I have my post a week ahead of time, ready to rock.
And then
just to get me out of these situations. And
then he has it a week ahead of time, and then he posts another 13 in between. Because he's like,
I do post quite a bit.
We love them. and they're all good.
Thank you.
So, Mike, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you
for being in my life. Thank you for still believing in me when I don't.
Always.
Truly, I can't say enough. And I know that it's been a gush fest. I tried to be balanced, but there's just not that much balance when you're that fabulous. So I love you. I will
love you too, brother.
I will see you in a couple weeks.
Hell yeah.
All right. Bye-bye.
Peace, bro.
here at the True Awesome Network ask you to please subscribe, like, comment, and spread awesome.